Hey guys, Scare9 here, welcome back to my channel today, and in this video, I want to break down 8 hidden secrets on the cover art for Borderlands 3. Now, earlier this week, Gearbox has been teasing that we haven't yet found all of the secrets and Easter eggs on this box art, so I think it would be really cool to go ahead, break these down, and show you how the community found them. Now, all of this was wrapped up together by Mad Haunter over on the Borderlands subreddit. As always, I'll have the original thread linked down below. Thank you to him for all of his work putting it together, and thank you to everyone else for helping search for all of this and finding it. I love Easter eggs. They're really cool. I think they are a huge part of why I love Borderlands and Gearbox in general and that sort of thing. So I think this is going to be a really fun video. So here we have just the normal high definition Gearbox art for Borderlands 3. They supplied it to us so we can just go ahead and look at it. And if you zoom way in, which you can because, you know, it's very high detail, the first thing that you'll notice is going around the gold guns in the background, you actually have some random numbers and letters. So here you have a 5, B3, B, J, etc. And you can follow them all the way around. Almost every gun has one or two of these characters, and if you put them all together and enter them in the Shift website or in the Borderlands 2 menu, you will get yourself 5 gold keys and a Maya Community Day skin. It is a Shift code, so if you want that skin, which I have on screen right now, just go ahead and enter that code. It's pretty cool, very clever way of sneaking it into the box art, which is very, very cool. Now, in addition to this, there are 2 hidden number codes on this piece of art, both of which decode into a secret message whenever you convert them into their corresponding letters. And this is going to be using the A1Z26 cipher, where essentially you take every number, convert it into the corresponding letter in the English language, and you have yourself a secret message. So the first one is down here. If you zoom in, you'll see a bunch of numbers. So here we have like 23, 5, 4, 15, 14, etc., etc. And if you go along this entire thing and decode it, it actually says we don't speak of Sanctuary 2. So I'm guessing that this is just going to be the replacement for Sanctuary 1, which obviously we saw not go too well in Borderlands. It's not doing too hot. I'm thinking maybe that this is what that is, or it actually doesn't look like Sanctuary 2. This just looks like a normal ship. So we do seem to be getting a second Sanctuary type location in this game, which is pretty cool. Then there is a second string of numbers, but you have to do some really funky conversions with sort of the colors and stuff. It took me forever to get this just right. But whenever you make your picture look like this and you go up to the top right here, right above the N, if I can get my mouse to work, you guys can barely see this. It's hard to see when it gets really grainy, but if you look right here, you have another sequence of numbers. So you have like 23, I believe, 25, some other number, 20, ends with 21. There's a 24 in here. So you have all these cool numbers hidden in here. You just have to do some crazy stuff with the saturation and the hues and stuff like that. But whenever you do the same type of alphanumeric conversion, A1Z26, and then shift it 10 spaces with a Caesar cipher, you'll get the message, find the machine, which I'm guessing has to do with, you know, obviously the main plot of Borderlands 3. Is there some type of machine that can create sirens? Is there some type of machine that locates different vaults or something like that? I guess the key technically already does that, but there's some lore significance here, which is very interesting, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. Now, also, on the sides of the box art, you have 2 Morse codes. So here's the one on the left. Whenever you kind of decode this and translate it from Morse into the English language, you get the code, who is the destroyer? So kind of going back into what is the destroyer? Why was it the boss of the original Borderlands game? What significance does it have? And then if you go over to the right side, you will have another Morse code, which when converted, it says, where is the first Vault Hunter? Which we don't really know who the first Vault Hunter is. That's kind of, is it Tannis? Does she count as the first Vault Hunter? Because she was kind of the first person to be convinced it was real. She was the first person to find a key, but there's been bandits on Pandora and across other planets which have vaults for, you know, I assume the entire history since the Iridians kind of disappeared in the Borderlands universe. So that's very interesting. Maybe that's a tad of lore that I just don't know. If you guys know who the first Vault Hunter is, let me know down in the comment section below. But it seems like we're just going to be getting answers to these questions that haven't really paid off in previous versions of Borderlands or in the previous installments of this series. The next Easter egg we have actually is up here. You can see right above the ship thing, moon equals key. So there's going to be some moon in the game. Maybe it's Helios, the moon of Pandora. Maybe it's not. We'll have to see. But some moon in the game equals key, or maybe that's a face. I'm pretty sure that's a moon, though. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, the next Easter egg has to do with a rose down here at the very, very bottom of the screen. You can see it right here, right above Brick's head. You see it says sirens, and then the rose is in the shape of a 6. So once again, Gearbox really hitting hard on the message that we've reached the maximum number of sirens. They, in the trailer, had the code count the sirens. They've been hitting it really hard with the story elements as well as like Lilith losing her powers and that sort of thing. So it seems like sirens are going to be a monumental part of this game, which is very exciting because the lore behind them is very, very cool. And now, the very final Easter egg that has been found right now, once again, you have to play with a lot of the colors. If you go to the exact opposite side of the logo, right above the R, you get this word, Necra, you know, that word. And this is actually the Greek word for cemetery or graveyard. So that's very interesting as well. Why? That's so random. Why is that on there? So we've got a lot of questions. More questions were kind of asked in this than answers were answered, if that makes sense. This isn't really telling us much. It's just giving us hints about what we need to be asking going into Borderlands 3. Things like, why are they counting the sirens so much? Like, why are they so important for this story? Why was the Destroyer who the Destroyer was? Why did he come out of the original vault? Where is the first Vault Hunter? These sorts of things. That's just very cool. There's just so much detail that went into this cover art. It's amazing. I'm definitely a huge fan of these Easter eggs. Let me know what you guys thought about this down in the comment section below. Once again, not my normal video, but I thought, you know, enough work went into this. I think that this is something that I should kind of spotlight because I love when gaming companies do stuff like this, and I hope Gearbox continues to do more of it. Like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you were interested in watching either of the two videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed to my awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video.